We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They will run for the first time here with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Carolina.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Prescott off play action. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 29.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Run for Pollard. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
What? Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7. Washington.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start with the option. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches.
Operating from the gun, Marshall. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Marshall. And he finds McLaurin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Tackled at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Marshall escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Marshall. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Pollard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. To return is Taylor. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. 51 yards there on the return punt. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down now, Muhammad, not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Taylor. He's got a first down past the 30. Fighting his way through and now look at him go. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 83 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14. Panthers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Carolina.
First down, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete as well.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He was brought down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's checking. Crash. 79.
They'll run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
formation now. Prescott. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Prescott yet again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
And tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on first down. Marshall being chased out left. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Marshall. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pass incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down, Carolina.
Prescott now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, Muhammad. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Panthers 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Again, it's Taylor. And he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
To throw on second down. Marshall. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Here's Taylor. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
There's 1-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Marshall. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Here's White. And this time they're able to bottle him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run with Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Shakes off the sand. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's Prescott. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Landover.
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.